Greetings everyone. Today, we will be discussing certain concepts involving cost of quality. In the manufacture of finished goods, companies experience loss of units which may be caused by shrinkage, evaporation, leakage, or oxidation. To prevent these losses, the company must be aware of them and standards must be set for the three elements of cost: materials, labor, and overhead. When a manufacturer experiences production loss, the cost incurred to meet the quality standard set is called cost of quality.
Cost of quality is a method for calculating the cost companies incur ensuring that products meet quality standards, as well as the cost of producing goods that fail to meet quality standards. To officially start our reporting, allow me to introduce to you the two categories of cost. We have quality control cost and the quality failure cost. The quality control cost consists of costs for achieving high quality production. It refers to the process done to prevent defective inventory or products from reaching the customers. The quality failure cost, on the other hand, refers to the cost incurred by the manufacturer when a defective good is being produced. So this time, let us spend time to determine the particular item according to the categories of cost, whether it is under quality control cost or quality failure cost. Number 1 is external audit cost belongs to quality control cost. Number 2 is delivery handling to customer belongs to quality failure cost. Number 3, return defective products also belongs to quality failure cost. Number 4, in-process inspection belongs to quality control cost. Number 5, end product inspections belongs to quality control cost. Number 6 is external audit cost belongs to quality control cost. Number 7 is receive defective products belongs to quality failure cost. Number 8 is scrap also belongs to quality failure cost. Number 9 is rewards belongs to quality failure cost. And lastly is number 10 is warranty cost also belongs to quality failure cost.
We have already heard the quality control cost and the quality failure cost as the categories of quality costs. This time, we will discuss about the four major types of costs. We have under quality control costs, number 1, the appraisal and the prevention costs. Also has internal and external costs, which under quality failure costs. According to my research, appraisal costs are fees a company pays to detect defects its product ahead of delivering from the customers. Example of this are the inspection of materials delivered from supplier. Prevention costs are costs incurred to prevent or avoid quality problems to the production of goods. These costs are associated with the design, implementation, and maintenance of the quality management system. Examples include new product review, quality planning, education, and training. External failure costs are those costs incurred due to the product failures after they have been sold to customers. The cost it includes the legal fees related to customers, lawsuits, the loss of future sale from the satisfied customer, product recalls, product return costs, and warranty costs. And the last is internal costs, are costs that are costs of products or services not conforming to requirements of customer user needs and are found before delivery of a products and services to external customers. Example of internal failure costs are product scrap and reward. And to finally provide the answers on our given task, here are a list of particular in-list down to their respective categories.
Let us evaluate the following particulars to determine whether they are considered as internal cost or an external cost. The external costs are imposed on third parties when goods and services are produced. Internal costs, on the other hand, are easy to see and explain. They are costs that the business bases its price on. They include costs like materials, energy, labor, plant, equipment, and overheads.
So that, yes, that's good. Because at this juncture,
we will study the table given and determine the highest cost and the lowest cost amounts, and we will try our best to finally come up with a recommendation in preventing the recurrence of the given cost. Based on the table, we have end product inspection, or known also as finished goods inspection or FGI, has the highest cost amounting 320,000. Many of you might wonder what does an end product inspection means. As the word speaks for itself, it is an inspection in the manufacturing process. In this test, whether the complete goods met the requirements as a product or not is determined in order to present the lost in customer confidence, various problems, and damages in advance. On top of that, the manufacturing process includes acceptance inspection and inspection between processes, both of which are performed for such constituent items as purchase, raw materials, process parts, and assemblies. And they are not done for complete goods. In the final inspection, the whole of the product including the request from customers. According to my research, there are some instances that shows why inspection takes the higher cost, and based on my understanding about my research, these instances may fall into two types, either correct checking and failure product expectation. The only recommendation that can probably help to cut the inspection cost is modern inspection machines that can scan parts quickly and produce detailed inspection reports to eliminate delays in verifying part conformity. Modern manufacturing demands fast and accurate inspection during production, while simultaneously reducing costs through reduced scrap rates and improved process efficiency and profitability. As you can see, the table shows received defective products as the second highest, followed by external audit and so on, until it finally reached the last cost amounting 20,000 for the delivery handling cost to customers, which makes it as the lowest cost of the given. Handling includes expenses linked to receiving ordered goods, packing them in shipping boxes, labeling them correctly, and loading them on a delivery truck. To make it clear, the manufacturing cost of your product determines how much you'll charge for it. Low-priced products may have shipping and handling fees as much as the product's purchase price, discouraging consumers from buying them. And I think the only recommendation that can be reconsidered in this situation is what we call customer base, wherein you can also minimize your shipping and handling fees by establishing your warehouses in cities rather than in far-flung areas. Doing so will help you fulfill your customers' orders from a location that's closer to them and would lessen the cost even more.
At this time, let us plot into a pie diagram. The following particular includes quality failure cost. We have already heard of external failure cost and external failure cost. Now, let us understand the meaning of the particular in order for us to fully understand the reason why they belong to such category. Take a look at the pie chart. You could see the internal failure cost includes scrap, rework, received defective products. On the other chart labeled external failure cost, you could find warranty costs, delivery handling costs to customer and return defective goods. In cost accounting, scrap define a material that's left over after production. Scrap has a low sales value. It has any value at all. Typically, the buyer will be another business, a company that can use scrap to make different product. Reworks refer to the reconnection of a product that does not initially meet entity's minimum quality standards. The corrective works allows the product to then be sold, thereby allowing a business to recover some margin from the product that would otherwise have been scrapped. Defective goods, however, means goods of an inferior quality. A product defect refers to imperfection in a product that has manufacturing or design defect, and is faulty because of inadequate instruction or warnings. If you wonder, why does the receive defective products and return defective products are in two different places? It is only because return defective products has already reached the consumer hands and was returned due to unsatisfactory appearance or function, while as the received defective products did not had yet chance to do so. Next, warranty cost. It refers to an expense related to the repair, replacement, or compensation as a use for any products. It is other words, a vendor or a manufacturer is committed to repair a replace sold product. During a certain time period it is breaks or does not function properly according to the terms of the warranty. Lastly, delivery handling. Shipping and handling is the process of preparing and packaging in order to then sending it to a customer. You will often see shipping and handling as a set of fees incurred atop of the order, value, and taxes. It covers logistic costs like labor, packaging supplies, inventory storage, transportation, and delivery. Therefore, based on my research, the graph shows exactly the following particulars under the internal and external failure cost.
Hi everyone, we're almost through with our task. Earlier, we have determined the cost based on your categories, types, and we even spent time to plot the internal and external failure costs, as well as the internal and external costs. We have as well identified the highest and the lowest cost based on the table given for the whole task and gave few recommendations. And to proceed, we will be plotting the appraisal and prevention cost using the Pareto chart. A Pareto chart is a type of chart that contains both bars and a line graph, where individual values are represented in descending order by bars, and the cumulative total is represented by the line. Earlier, we have already determined the particulars included under the appraisal and prevention cost, and thus, we will graph them in the chart in descending order. We have the Pareto chart. Expenditures and numerical were placed on the left side and the cumulative percentage on the other side. The particulars underneath the chart, so we have only four: the end product inspection, external audit, internal audit, and lastly, end process inspection. The end product inspections refers to the final process of verifying or checking the product before it leaves to the manufacturer's premises. It is an effective way of preventing quality problems and will also help to secure the production and protect the brand image. And for auditing processes, in management, audit is the examination or inspections of various books of accounts by an auditor, followed by physical checking of the inventory to make sure that all the departments are following documented system of recording transactions. It is done to ascertain the accuracy of financial statements provided by the organization. It is typically divided into two: internal auditing, which is within, and external auditing, which is outside. Internal auditing are responsible for management, while external auditing are responsible for shareholders. Internal auditors can issue their findings in any type of report format, while external auditor must use specific formats for the audit opinions and management letters. Internal audit reports are used by management, while external audit reports are used by shareholders, such as investors, creditors, and lenders. The last, probably the least, in process inspections. It refers to the act of inspections at any point along the production cycle. This helps to identify problems as they arise in order to take corrective actions. It also helps to avoid any last-minute delays in shipment and save wasted material before it is unusable. Finally, as what I had thought, to get the cumulative percentage, add the highest cost to its next cost, add the sum to the next cost, and so on. The following sum are what makes the line of the cumulative percentage, and as it reaches the peak of the graph, it must end to 100% of the right figures.
And here we go to the last task. We will wrap up this video with our final analysis of the data we were given to study. As shown in our previous entries, we have identified already the major causes of the business expenditures. The quantitative as well as the qualitative information we had have been categorized in a manner useful for decision-making process, which can be proven by our statement of recommendation as to how we should be able to prevent the certain costs from reoccurring. Such recommendations have been based on projections of cost given. It is up for re-evaluation, but we are certain that we have come up with an excellent solution based on the informations we have been provided.